Well, how y'all are? It's your buddy George Jones over here at the Bergen Gun Range. Well, we're at it again. For my next installment on 8, I got this old used gun. The old used gun we got today is this guy. The AMT, which stands for Arcadia Machine Tool, Auto Mag 2. This is the short one. They've actually made this one in about an inch and a half longer version as well. The Auto Mag 2 is a semi-automatic 22 Magnum. Now, the Auto Mag 2 is manufactured by AMT out in Glen Cove, California. This one was by Glenita Industries, which is a late production. Originally, AMT was in Irvindale, California. They started in 1977 and started failing right off the bat. Fairly interesting company with a fairly checkered history, and the history ain't very long because they went out of business in 1989 completely. The AMT company started out with a gun called the AMT Backup, which was a 380 striker-fired stainless steel 6-shot semi-automatic pistol, which they marketed toward the law enforcement market as a backup gun. Most guys wouldn't carry it for the simple reason it weighed as much as a 1911. But, and some of them actually worked. AMT was plagued during their period by sometimes the firearms were failures. This is a fine example of it. The next gun in this series, numerically, may not work at all, and this one may not work. Or the last gun in this series, the one behind it, the 92 gun, 91 gun, the one numerically behind it, it may not work, and this one may work perfectly. I don't know. But they manufactured the concept of the Auto Mag. They bought the name from the person that held the patent on the real Auto Mag, and they started manufacturing these guns under the Auto Mag name. They have about as much in common with an Auto Mag as a Browning High Power has in common with a Wilde, you know, but it is called an Auto Mag, and people did buy it on that basis. They manufactured this basic single-action semi-automatic pistol design. They basic design just kept getting fatter and fatter over time. They manufactured it in 22 Magnum. They manufactured it in 30 caliber carbine. They made it in the 9mm Luger Magnum cartridge. They manufactured it in the 45 ACP Magnum. And they made some other guns too. They made copies of other designs. They made a thing called the Hardballer. The Hardballer was basically a copy of a 1911, which at the time they were manufactured, Colt still held the patent on the 1911, and they just took off and decided, hey, we'll just make some of them. There'll be a good copy of a 1911, and we'll just sell the tar out of them. Only problem is they didn't get a manufacturing license from Colt. They also manufactured the Lightning line, which is a pretty cool gun. The Lightning rifle was a direct design copy of the Ruger 1022 in stainless steel, which they didn't get a manufacturing license for it. And Ruger drug them into court immediately. And they conceded and stopped manufacture on that, and then turned right around and started making an unlicensed copy in the Lightning line of the Ruger 22 Automatic Mark II, which they went right back into court, you know, and eventually in 1989 they went under, you know. So in the terms of going under, let's try out the old Auto Mag 2. I've got 15-yard silhouette target, 25-yard steel chest center, 10-shot semi-automatic, 10-shot magazine, got 10 in it. We're going to try Winchester Super X 22 Magnum 40 grain 1910 feet per second. Try that. Run that guy up there. It went in battery. Let's give it a try. Tried for accuracy. Oh, look, somebody put my gun on safe. There, let's try that. Somebody put my gun on safe, huh? It appears to have fired and cycled itself back. This one works good so far. I have seen these in the past, it just didn't work. I've owned 2 of them before. This is a loaner gun from a private collection. Yeah, okay. All right. That was good. This gun works. AMT's got a bad habit of simply being bad right out of the box. Now, bear in mind, 1989, they've been out of business for quite some time. Any AMT gun you see is going to be used, and my experience with the AMT line is basically they work good or they just don't. First one I ever owned was a 380 backup. I sent mine back through my dealer. They got me another one, and it didn't work. Let's go down here and see what kind of accuracy it's got. Well, that's not too bad. They're all in a nice little group right in here. Right in there. Got a 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9s, 2 8s. At 11 o'clock. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby at all. Let's see how many of them we can put on the old steel silhouette. Oh, there's a live round. Stop, get that. Okay. Let's see how many of them we can get on the old steel silhouette at 25 yards. Mr. Camera, put that right back there. All right. We got 10 more of the same ammo, and then we'll try it with a different ammo. Okay, here we go. 25-yard silhouette. Hit. Hit. Well, that's all right. I should run that target stand down there. Let's try it on the old 12-inch steel plate. Yeah. Oop, got a Stovely pipe there. Okay. There we go. Got another one. Forward assist. I do this. You see me do that every once in a while. Don't you ever do it. Develop your own bad habits. Don't assume mine. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, I test fired this gun yesterday. Tried to test fire it 10 times with this. This is Spear Gold Dot, the defensive 22 Magnum with the big holler snout on the end of it. And I couldn't get it to feed. I don't know if you can see it or not. I couldn't get it to feed this ammunition at all. So, but I tried to find, and it's the only ammunition I had with me. So, I didn't have time to do a video yesterday, but I wanted to come out here and make sure that this gun would about halfway work. And I couldn't get it to work with Gold Dot. This is CCI Maxi Mag 22 long rifle, 1870 or 22 Maxi Mag 22 Magnum hollow point, jacketed hollow point at 1875 feet per second. Load this guy up right quick. This gun seems to work. Just tell you the truth. A lot of the problems with a rimfire gun can be directly attributable to the ammunition. I don't think that the quality control on rimfire is as good as it is on centerfire ammunition. I'll just tell you the truth. Never have thought it. But some rounds are better than others. Typically, American-made ammunition works a lot better than foreign-made ammunition, but the foreign-made ammunition is getting better. Big guy in there. Try that. The slide doesn't drop if you pull back on it. I've tried every way in the world to get it to do it, and it doesn't. You got to reach up there and hit the slide lock and drop it that way. Let's try the 10 with this. What happened? It just locked back. It's recoil related lockback. That's not uncommon in any Magnum handgun. Did it again. And again. We just hold that slide lock down. Okay. And it didn't lock back. Overall, this is probably the best shooting, best working Automag 2 I've seen, let's tell you the truth. The Automag 3 is in 30 caliber carbine. Every one of those I've ever seen worked right. You know, I don't know. But this is a Glendina. This one's manufactured in Sturgis, South Dakota. I don't know, pretty interesting gun. Has slide lock right there. Safety is of the rocker type, firing pin disconnect or firing pin block, rocker type. This gun shoots really good. You know, it may just like one ammunition more than it does another, but overall, it's a pretty acceptable gun, just to tell you the truth. Seems to shoot the Winchester ammunition really well, and you know, it won't shoot the Gold Dot at all. It won't function in it. And the CCI, a couple of hang-ups with the CCI ammo. There may be something there, velocity maybe a little bit lower, therefore it has a little bit less back pressure because it is a straight blowback gun. You know, it's not a delayed. It is a straight blowback. So there may be a spring issue relationship to ammunition or something. Overall, I think it's a pretty good gun. These guys still sell good regardless of their reputation for design or the business model of the people that was running it. These things still sell good. You see these guys in the neighborhood of $400, $450 across the board. $500 and $600 for the really big ones, like the 45 Winchester Magnum, the LAR Grizzly caliber, which is a 45 ACP that's been made longer. They made it in the 9mm Magnum, which is a 9mm Luger that's a quarter of an inch longer. Of course, 30 caliber carbine. Every hardballer I ever saw worked. Long and they made the hardballer in 3 different lengths: a commander length, a standard length, and a long slide length. And they all work, as far as I know, and the Lightning line guns all work right. They just had this business model of going out and we'll start making them guns without a license and see how long we can make them before we get caught. You know. So anyway, the AMT, pretty fair gun. It's all right. You know, you get the right ammunition in it, it's okay. All right then, that's about the size of it. Like, share, commentate, and subscribe. Patreon link in the description as always. If you take a notion you want to drop $1 in the bucket on the way out the door, that'd be great. If not, I'll keep making content anyway. Like that. So we'll see y'all when we see you. And thanks a lot for watching my stuff. Almost got 1,000 subscribers. I ordered the gun today. So, all right then. We'll see y'all.